What's going on, traders? Welcome to Money Mitch. You guys already know where you guys are at. Welcome. This is where we talk everything story. And look, the story is paying off. You guys, welcome to the party. Definitely smash the like. Let's keep it going. And what we're going to talk about today, we got Tesla on the news. We're going to talk a little bit about Vizio. Is Vizio the next Roku or Fubo? Definitely, guys, stay tuned for that. We got e-commerce stocks we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about paying off, of course. And I got a new one for you, like always, on Money Mitch. So definitely welcome to the show, guys. If you guys are new to this show, well, hey, stay tuned. We got some fire, like we always do on Money Mitch.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, my traders? Yes, Solar Up, saying it best. You guys already know story is everything. And for the new investor out there, this is what it's all about, guys. I mean, this is what Benzinga is really all about, the new investor. And when I talk about the new investor, is that investor that's all about the story. Because the story is everything. I mean, everyone wants to talk about fundamentals, technicalities. No. I mean, I could talk some technicals here, but at the end of the day, it's all about the story, guys. So Solar Up has it dead on there. Definitely. Tiny throwing out the diamond hands in the sky. We'll talk a little bit about some Tesla coming up soon. Steve talking about Nike. Hey, after hours run, we'll take a look, Steve. I'm pretty sure that was on those nice earnings there, but we kind of expected that for a little while, right? We've been talking about retail doing well. One of the things that we wanted to see how Nike performed, and we'll definitely take a look, Steve. I'll take a look into that. Of course, like always, we look into the overall market first. We're going to get into that at the beginning here, and then we'll talk a little bit about some Tesla. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. What did we get on the SPY today? What? Hey guys, I'm honestly, I gotta stop. I gotta stop this, man. Look at what we did today, guys. We got the sideways action day that we wanted to get because this kind of turnaround was really quick, and so I wanted a sideways action day because I didn't want that big pullback right on the SPY. And now that we had that sideways day, we wanted to see if we can get above that high, which was 624, and today, boom. Brand new high here, 425.55. We'll see if this can continue running tomorrow. I think you could get a little bit of a pullback closer towards this 423 tomorrow because it gapped up so much. So be careful with a little bit of a kind of a gap up and then a pullback, and then it continues slingshotting forward. But today we also saw something that we wanted to see that we've been calling out for a while now. I mean, we've been really talking about this move since May 19th on the Qs when we were talking about could the Qs go back to 350. At that point, the high was right over here. It was only about like 341s or 344s. And then we were looking for it to get above that level. And that's what I gave out. I gave that target towards 350. And today, that's exactly what we went over and hit. I'll show you guys on the hourly how it's reacting right now. One of the things that we did do is we popped above that 350, got up towards 351.46, but then pulled back here towards the kind of resistance. Also, the resistance here, kind of this 349.72. The big question is, are we going to pull back closer towards these levels? Let's say 348 tomorrow. We could get a pullback in kind of that pre-market look. I'm going to be looking for it to come back down towards those levels. That's a good sign because then we could kind of push back up through the 350s in the open market. We'll see if that can get ripping. Of course, what has really been leading has been software and IT services. We were on top of that when we saw this Q run, and really we've been pointing out, I mean, softwares and services for the 1 month is up about 6%. And that's like the whole collection. So that's a pretty good look into that industry. You're talking about look like Microsoft stock. Let's look at the dailies so you guys can see those big moves lately that came out of this look when we called out the Qs coming back to 350s, tech's coming back. If you guys look at my prior shows, you'll see a couple shows that were called, and a lot of times we had this question, is tech back? Tech is definitely back. You see it on the charts. Look at these big pushes up. Microsoft, Google, Facebook. You could take a look at some other names. PayPal's been making a great move up. Adobe. We're going to continue to see Netflix. This is one that we gave on Monday, guys. One that we were looking to get through that 500 level, already up there to the 518s. What I really love about Netflix was how symmetrical this pattern was. This was a pattern that we called out because it just has good risk to return. It's not going to make you have the most risk in this stock. This stock doesn't really downtrend that often. Even if it pulls back, it doesn't pull back that much. But a nice push up there towards the 518 today. Netflix. You got Salesforce moving on up. I got actually stopped out of this one. It's a little choppy for me, but we'll see if this one can continue making moves. And of course, the monster move has really been in Shop. I mean, Shop, you guys have seen that move. And let me find that chart up here, and then I'll just look it up here. I'll go ahead and I'll just look it up here. So Shop has been the monster move. We'll see if this kind of holds the pullback today to the resistance. We talked about it could pull back towards that resistance, then kind of curve back up and rip out. But really, with this one, we were watching for sympathy in Melly. Melly had a push up, a gap up today, but continuing to keep this trend line moving here. You know, we could see this kind of line. If you draw this line here, let's go ahead and draw it out so we have it. You could draw it out, and as long as this trend continues, hey, you could see this thing continue to trend on up. Who knows? Maybe gets back up there towards that $2,000 level. And we're talking about a move when we started talking about this somewhere near this kind of 1,400 area. Now making a move up there towards 1,542. This one could continue going. High price stock, I know, guys. I know not everyone likes this stock, but let's just continue moving. But hey, the move is definitely, I think, is setting up there for sure. Today, you also got a move here. Let's take a look at some bigger moves here. Roblox with a nice 3% bounce here. Look at that push back up. Keep your eyes on Roblox in the same sector that's really hot lately. And then for that being said, Spotify was one that we were looking to see if it can get hot too. Spotify is starting to push up. We drew this line, this kind of trend action. When it came up, popped up, pulled back. Now really the last 3 days really starting to push on up. I think this one can get towards that 281.58. Let's see if this one continues moving. That's Spotify. All right, so how we doing out there? What did you guys think about the action today in Tesla? Let me know what you guys thought. After, there was talks, that supposedly Tesla already article mentioned about Model 3s, S and Ys being nearly sold out because of the waiting list that they're kind of seeing for the vehicles. So we'll see if that kind of continues to make the stock run. Let me know in the chat, guys, where are my Tesla dragons at? Throw up the dragons because I want to see those dragons in the sky. You guys already know those Tesla move. What a move in Tesla today. TSLA. Look at that push up there today. What a drive did we get today out the gates. Another push on up there. We had this resistance trend line drawn way before this move. And so this is the important part here. Steve already knows, throwing up the dragons. That's that Tesla. You guys already know it. I'll be taking a look at your question, Brian, in a second. It looks like you got a question there, but definitely beefy that Tesla. Let's take a look here. And now that we hit that trend line, this is kind of what I was expecting, this first move. And now that we got this first move up there, we'll see if it kind of holds now and really gets back above that level. We want to see it get back above that level. But one thing I do think we're going to get is a pullback closer towards the 640, 650 area. So I'm not trying to look negative on Tesla. Definitely not, guys. Definitely not, guys. It's Money Mitch. You guys know I'm all about the money here. But definitely, I got to let you guys know on something. You guys, Steve, especially Steve out there, he might be disappointed. Paper hands. Paper hands, guys. You guys can tell me. I got the paper hands, guys. I sold out today. I took my profit, 690 in Tesla. Got to do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, the paper hands, they don't pay the bills. The green hands do. The green hands pay the bills, guys. So don't worry about it. It's okay. Sometimes you're going to need to have paper hands to have green hands. And guess what? The diamond hands will be back when it comes right back down towards the level that I want to buy the dip. I want to buy the dip in Tesla. Don't get me wrong and don't get me twisted here, guys. I'm still a bull in Tesla, but I do think we could get a pullback closer towards this 650 area. And if it does come back down towards that level, call me a bull, because the paper hands will come right back down and I'll get right back in it, guys. So you guys already know how you have to do it. You got to do it. Genius, you know it. Cutting out the paper hands, and it was like 2 minutes ago, Solar. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. The show is definitely worth it. You guys are worth it because the paper hands were here. There you go. Jay has the diamond hands. He's showing me what's up to the $1,000 mark. Those are his real hands. Roman. You know how I am, man. You gotta take that money, but hey, you know how it is. The toilet paper hands. Steve calling me out. I can't blame you guys. Call me out sometimes. You got to have some fun with it. Let me know if you guys had fun with today and talking about Tesla. And really what it all is about is the process, right? Why did we get in Tesla in the first place? We got in Tesla because it had that 3 opportunity look to break down through that 600 look, and tech was coming back. This was kind of more of a laggard move when we were seeing Apple really take off. That also put it more on my radar, because when Apple tends to move, I have a tendency to look for Tesla to move also. So there you go. Great move up there. I sold out at 690 today. Call me toilet paper hands, whatever happens. Hey, got to enjoy it, and you got to take the money, right? Got to take it out. Definitely. I'm going to be seeing if we can do it. Kevin getting me here. The manitos de papi, you already know. De papel aquí. You already know. That's how it is. But hey, take those profits on Bimble. Let's take a look. Has the Bimble been moving on up? The Bumblebee, look at that bad boy. We were talking about it. The singles are dating. Look at that move. And this was from Monday, guys. Actually, I've been talking about this. Bumble since Monday, Match since 2 weeks ago. Look at Match. Matchy match, man. That thing got lit a torch there on that. Definitely. You guys already know. Trying to have a good time. Definitely. Hey, the only way I know, trade money. 167 today on that move from 140. That's a good move up there, guys. That's another 2%. If we look on the week, because this was we just called this out on Monday. Let's take a look at the gain there. Nice 7% there on the week, but nice candle coming out of that 143. So if we add this one up and this one, so we're talking about 14% move on up there. I'm going to be seeing this one go up. I think this one rips through 200 eventually, and then you'll see people talking about it. But by then, it will be too late. You guys already know where you guys are at. Welcome to Money Mitch. Smash the like. I'm going to have some new picks, and I took a new stock, guys. You guys know I'm transparent. I'm going to let you guys know what stock I got into today, but definitely smash the like. Looks like we got over 160 people in the YouTube. I'm going to request 100 likes to get that stock pick. You guys already know I don't come unprepared. I do it on paper, and paper becomes diamonds, guys. But let's go ahead. You guys already know when we return, we'll get into Vizio. And is Vizio the next Roku? Fubo? Let me know out there, guys. Any Roku bulls out there? Any Fubo bulls? Hit me up. Let me know in the chat.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
What up, traders? How we doing? You guys see how the commercial is? Hey, I got to bring Young Investor on there. You guys see the kid that's on there? He's a monster investor. If you guys haven't checked out Young Investor, check him out. He didn't get me to do that shout out. I definitely think he's a really cool follow. So if you haven't followed him on Twitter or on YouTube, check him out, guys. Young Investor. I'm gonna bring him to the show. So one of the things that I'm trying to do, guys, is bring us some great interviews. I'm going to be working on bringing more interviews. One of the ones that I'm going to be working on is Vizio. So we'll get into Vizio right now. If you guys don't know what Vizio is, I mean, just look at like mainly your TVs. I mean, this was a move that, man, I'm kind of even impressed that my entry is so good on this one. Sometimes you get a good pick there. And really, this was more about a matter of me being patient with this one. I've put out kind of calls on this one at this 21 level here when it was over here in this kind of April 8th time. And it went up there to 28.80s, and then it turned back around. And people looked at me like, but Mitch, it turned back around. It turned back around. I said, $21 level again, $21 level, guys. That's the level I'm looking at. Boom, it kind of just stuttered, boom, and all of a sudden it broke out towards that level right here, which was a high here. That high was 27.62, and then it came all the way right back down. Most people forgot about it. Most people left it for dead. I didn't here on Money Mitch. I talked about it, and I got in this one, guys, right at 21. Right here, guys, on this down day, I got in at 21. The low that day was 20.83. So it's not like I got the perfect entry. I mean, I just think I got a pretty good entry. What it was I saw that low 20.83. We hadn't broken 21 multiple times. And below that, I mean, there's only wicks that you see down there. So what I did was I took a shot there based off of, let's say, 2060, 2050 was that risk. And I said, I'll jump in this one. This is not a bad risk. I'm going to be risking for about 50 cents, looking for a move back up through that high that I have right here, which is 27.62. And hopefully it can get through that 28.80. I mean, I don't know if it's going to get towards that level. I'll definitely be looking to take some profit into the 27s, but this is a great move in Vizio. What got me more confident was the moves that we saw in the last 2 days prior in Roku and Fubo. So first things first, what does it match up the most with? It matches up with Roku. Why? Because they essentially do the same thing. They're a TV maker, and they also have kind of ad tech, and they have kind of an ability to give you those platforms, kind of like, you use the Roku player, and then you can stream. The Vizio has its own player, and it has its own live TV also, and it's going to try to do the same thing. It's kind of a copycat, really. I mean, not to down Vizio, but I don't blame them. I mean, Roku's been doing it great. Why not them do it that have a good market share and competing with that market share? But look at the move on Roku. This is one that I gave out a target in 500 that most people looked at me crazy when this thing was bouncing around there in the 300s. Did I expect this move to 272s? No, I can be honest, be transparent, guys. I didn't expect that crackdown right here. And so if I would have been in this one, I think I did take a swing in this one back in the in my other account, in my swing account, but I think I got stopped out really quickly in this one. And then so I just left it alone because it's higher price. It takes a lot of my account. So I don't like to do it when it was kind of in this choppy time. But man, when it broke out here, look at that breakout. That's what you want to see on a chart. And the big thing is a nice volume increase into the move. Now we'll see if it can retrace this from here, but a good lift up there, all the way up there towards 432. That's a nice lift. I'm really not mad about that. And let's take a look at Fubo for that case. the reason I called it the next Fubo, and you guys hear me call it the next Fubo, is because the way that I compare this one is I compare it because I called this one out at 11, and I think it could do a rip like you saw happen here. I really do think you could see a monster rip in Vizio. Hopefully it happens. I can't guarantee anything. Like always, guys, do your own research, and for that case, it's probably the perfect time to go ahead and throw up the little disclaimer here. All the content's for informational purposes. But I really hope at the end of the day, guys, with this information, that wealth gets in your pocket, because that's what I do these shows for. I want people to learn the process so that you guys can learn how to attack these stocks the same. And then you guys go ahead and make your own decisions, your own investment decisions, do your DD, bring it to the show. Let me know, hey, I got this story stock. The fundamentals are pointing like this. The analysts are giving those buy ratings, where the technicals are at. It's hanging out that support. Let's go ahead and hammer this. I'll definitely take a look, guys. All right, so Fubo making a push on up there. We'll see if it can continue on up there. I think it can make a move a little closer towards 36. Let's see if it gets up there and then kind of pulls back. But if this one continues to trend, I expect to also see that Vizio run and continue to trend. So let's go ahead. Let me know what you guys think about Vizio. Put a 1 for Vizio, put a 2 for Roku, and then put a 3 for Fubo, and put your favorite. Which one you think gets the best return in the next week? So I'm going to go with Vizio, as you guys see. But you guys have some fun here. Join in on me and put in the chat which one you guys feel could get that lift in the next week. So Pat's going with 1. We got Shane on 3. Hey, I'm putting this on the screen so you guys are on camera here. There's no hiding, just like me, guys. There's some 3s. Oh, Tiny got on the Fubo. What's the DD on 3? There you go. Got some Fubo. There's some Vizio fans. VZIO cheaper. I'll take the deal, right? Yogi says 1 and 3. We'll let you slide with that, Yogi. Don says 2. There's a Roku fan. We got Toke with 3. Daily coming in with a 1. Another Vizio fan. We got a Fubo to the moon. And the last one, even though they didn't throw up the 1, they just threw up the Vizio. We'll let it go in. DK coming in with the Vizio. Hey, got to keep it going, guys. We'll see if that kind of keeps running. One of the things that I'm going to point out to is pay attention to kind of what happens with Roku channels. That's very important, because if Roku channels can do really well, if they can kind of get some new kind of features, exclusive shows on Roku, that could definitely help Roku. Fubo, what you got to watch for is sports. Watch their sports partnerships. That's what they're really good at. And what are they at the best is soccer. What is doing really great right now? The Euro, the soccer. So that's exactly what you're going to see, guys. That interest comes back. And that's what they're really good at, especially European soccer. They have a lot to offer. Majority that don't have a complete package, they do to offer in soccer. Now, Vizio, it's all about that ad tech and kind of paying attention to how their new kind of strategy is going. We're opening new channels. They have Vizio Cast. Definitely pay attention to it. It's interesting, guys. It's definitely interesting. Fubo has the sports betting. Definitely cannot forget that. They have the deal with Bally Sports. Thank you for mentioning that, Shane. I probably wouldn't have mentioned it, but it is important to mention here. And when they actually start getting that to combine and you could actually see it, then I think that's going to be a major move. But I even have right now, I have Sling that teams up with DraftKings. And DraftKings pushes like crazy on there. They have their own channel on there that definitely have like betting right on that where you could see the lines. So that's interesting. We'll keep a watch on that. Layla, shout out to the fellow Europeans. Hey, got to give a shout out to the Europeans out there for sure. I got German citizenship. I'm going for the Dutchland. Yes, Germany in the Euros. That's my team. If you guys watch us on Spax Attack, we kind of get lost a little bit on the Euros, so I won't get lost. I'll get back to some stocks, let's talk some stocks, guys. Next things up, we're going to talk a little bit about Chinese e-commerce stocks. This is something that definitely I'm putting on radar. Big reason why, I mean, one thing that got it on the radar was, I mean, Kathy's been buying one stock like crazy. I'm about to mention that one. But Baba was put on my radar because one trader, Triple D, I'll definitely give him a shout out. He's on pre-market prep. He talked about this trade. He said that this one could be a good one today. He's in this one. I thought of a different one, and that's how it goes as traders. You know, sometimes you're never going to agree with the same stock, and that's not what it's about, guys. Just like you guys don't always have to agree with my look on stocks. Let me know. That's what it's about. Give me some feedback. Let me know if, hey, I know you're in Denver, Mitch, but I think you might be smoking one on that one. I won't be mad at you. I kind of understand that look, you know, because sometimes there's going to be some crazy approaches taken here because I try to bring you guys some ideas earlier versus later. And it's just to put it on your radar so that you guys can watch it and then make your own decisions versus showing up later, you know, to the party. But this one, good reversal. One thing that you want to see is kind of a sideways action. This consolidation period was really nice and sideways. And you see how it's kind of linear. It was making that kind of, it was stuck in a range. And then all of a sudden, it gives you an indecision candle. This is an indecision candle. It's a green candle, but it's a harmy at the same time because it's a little bit fatter, but it has that wick there. And then when you start seeing those gap ups, look for those gap ups to hold out of that range. Really, that's what this happened here. It gapped up, held out of that range, gapped up, held out of that range. And now we want to see it kind of get up through that 220. That's what I'm going to be looking in BABA. But the one that Kathy Wood has been buying, and really it's not Kathy buying, but ARK Invest. Let's take a look. JD.com. This is the one I got in today, guys. I took my shot on the red to green move. You guys know how I like that red to green approach. I look for a little bit of strength going into weakness into the open, and I buy the 5-minute support or 15-minute support. So today, when this one kind of I missed it the day prior. So today, when this one kind of came down and it started breaking back down, I just started dip buying that 5-minute low. And then what I did was I took some here above kind of near the VWAP just in case it kind of just rocketed off. And then I added down here into the 73.20s, which ended up giving me a balance at 73.40s. So I had an average at 73.40s in this one, and then I just let it ride. I let this one ride up there. It got up there towards 75, and really let's start seeing where our target's going to be on this one. So the next stop for me, if you look on the hourly, we had this high where we pushed up from about these levels. You see about these levels, and we pushed up here towards 78.84. That's where I want to start seeing this one get up there towards tomorrow. If this one could get into the 77s, even just tomorrow, I might take a little bit off and let this one, just let the rest of it work. But definitely a good move here in JD. Let's take a look at the daily chart, seeing what we're seeing on the MACD. One of the things that you like to see on the MACD is crosses. So look how this one extends here, goes from green to slightly red. The orange line goes underneath the blue and then comes right back through it. Now what you want to see is this histogram really start extending out, giving you a nice push on out, showing you that nice lift up towards that next level. Next stop, above this 76, that's what I'd be looking, but really into the 77s is what I want to go ahead and take some profit into, and then I'll look to see it kind of extend up towards that next push out. Where this one can really get towards, I think this one could get towards, $90 on like the long-term kind of goal approach here. That would be kind of the long-term goal. And if I could get it up towards 90, I mean, that's a hell of a gain on this one. JD's a good one. BIDU, don't forget about BIDU. If you don't like Baba, you don't like JD.com, maybe you like BIDU. That's BIDU. Definitely check this one out, guys. So I think this one's an interesting one. Like, you have a nice trend line. And one of the things about this one is that it's not my favorite if I look into the business, but it definitely trend trades. And so this might be good because you have that kind of curve effect here where it looked like it was breaking down, but it really just reversed out of here. Let me go ahead and draw this up a little bit better. This is a horrible drawing job. Horrible drawing job right now. You got to knock yourself when you know you're not doing it right. All right, so let's look at the weekly. One of the things is when you feel like you're not doing it right and you feel like you're just not finding the trend, go to the weekly. That's going to help you find it a little bit better here. And so one of the things that I could see is it kind of downtrend to this area, and then it just started going in a sideways period. This is a nice support to go off the weekly. If you look off the weekly, this one's an interesting play now. One of the things, though, when you're looking off the weekly, is you're going to get huge ranges that you got to look at. So this one's starting to get off of that 181, has a range up there towards like about 218s. We're looking at BIDU here. Can this one really start pushing? Look for the other ones to really trend. Look how the MACD hasn't crossed. That's what I'd kind of wait too. It hasn't really crossed here. It's getting close, but look at the red. Let's see if that really trends over and starts pushing on up. All right, time to catch up with the chat. What's up with the chat? Baba going to 220, says Shane Dog. That's a rocket. Hey, who knows? JD.com. Mikey, you don't know JD.com? That one's definitely a pusher. That one could keep going. PDD. All right. Let's take a look. I'll take a look right quick. Not a bad move. Not a bad move there. I like it. I'll definitely take a look. One of the things is you had this gap down and it closed the gap. Now it's starting to come back up. Can it get lifting through that 130 tomorrow's? But really, I mean, you had this big volume. Can we get up back towards that volume? You got 13 million shares traded. I'll keep it on radar, though. This is not a bad one, definitely to keep on radar, Shane. So good one there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let's get into some other stocks. What have we done? We've already talked some Tesla, guys. We talked Vizio and compared it to Roku and Fubo. Now we talked a little bit of Chinese e-commerce. What's up next is we're going to go and talk a little bit about solar, and then I'm going to give you one more area to look into going into tomorrow. Now, solar is something that has been on my radar for a long time. I know that you guys have been here and you've been with me. You've probably seen me talk about solar. And really what happened was that Biden talk. When Biden started talking, that he could kind of restrict it. And that's exactly what happened today. That started the trend change, and that's what put it even on my radar. I was talking solar yesterday, and I said, man, this could really start lifting. So today we saw some good stocks lift today. I mean, you could take a look at the market leader. I'm going to call it the market leader, EMPH, taking a good lift. Look at these last couple of days from a 108 up there towards 170. Great move there. Monster move there. I mean, look at some other ones that were moving today. SPWR, SunPower, really looking good. We were talking about this one yesterday. We said, could it pull back and kind of rip out? And it just gapped on up. This one just pushed on up. And then not a bad move there. Went up there towards 28.77s. The big thing is, though, it did a gap up, so it could fill the gap and then eventually keep on moving. But I do like solar moving it into kind of the Q3, Q4 time, because it's kind of a cyclical thing also. So let's go ahead and pay attention. Let's look at some other ones, some other names that I wanted to mention here. So you got FSLR that really did make a big move up, but kind of retraced throughout the day. This one made a bigger than a 5% move on up, super gap for a price up here at the 78s, but a good push on up there in FSLR, showing you that definitely the solar stock's starting to get on up there. Another one that I wanted to mention that I was looking to see if it can continue ripping, but did a little bit of a pullback was it Gleam? No. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. It's just, this is a smaller stock, so I don't want to go too crazy and bringing it out just yet. So I'm going to keep a watch on it. It did pull back today. We'll see if it gets strong tomorrow, and then I'll bring it into your radars. Let's keep going. Let's get out of solar stocks. Let's get into the new stocks. But first things first, I got to check the likes. So let's see if you guys have been enjoying the show. What did you guys think? It wasn't a bad call on that Tesla one. I've been pushing pretty hard to try to get you guys some fire. We've been on top of it lately. So when we return, we're going to go ahead and talk some new story stocks if we get up there towards the 100 likes.
When you want to maximize your performance in the market, you need access to the highest quality tools and news available. Benzinga Pro stands out from all of the options you'll be presented with, and their instant access to market-moving news positions you to be prepared to take on the market in the best ways possible. Here's how it works. Benzinga Pro's news desk creates original news content that's available on your main news feed and gives you actionable information about companies you may want to invest in. This news desk information gives you the chance to beat the market, receive impactful news as it breaks, and jump on trending stocks before and as they rise. And beyond that, Benzinga Pro is packed with helpful features and unique insights that give you the best information possible. There's tools like the Live Audio Squawk, which streams every day with important news and timely updates, and the real-time news alerts that allow you to stay on top of every developing story you're keeping tabs on. Alerts and news will be sent straight to your inbox or delivered as live sound alerts. For those investors that want real-time, actionable, and breaking news about companies they may be looking to invest in, Benzinga Pro is the tool to use.
What's up, guys? Let's go ahead and smash up those likes, like it says there, guys. We need that 100 likes. Let's see where we're at right now. Looks like we're hanging around the 80s here. Let's go ahead and let's get 20 more likes up in there. Let's smash it up if you guys want to get the picks. So if not, I'll just go ahead and just go through some stocks here. Lately, talking about AEI holding that support we talked about. Hey, let's take a look. Let's see what happened. AEI. Let's go ahead and take a look. See what we got. Okay. So sideways action day, not bad to see. Not bad to see. I mean, this is definitely kind of a shorter stock, but one thing that we wanted to see was that support hold and that 576. What did it do? It went right to it, cracked it, went to 572, but quickly reclaimed that. That's what you want to see there. That quick reclaim, that's good. That's kind of testing people out. And that's kind of shaking people that are kind of more the day traders in this one. And what happens is you get shook out, and then this one gets right back up there, right close towards that $6. And then so you feel like, man, I just got stomped on, man. I just got out of this one at 570s, and it's right back up there towards 596. Like, what happened? So it's holding that support well here. Definitely one to put on the radar. I'm going to keep it on watch. Not my cup of tea, Lele, but hey, if this is one that you want to watch, just keep on watch. Now, one of the things that I'd point out to is how many times has it had a chance to kind of break through this level? So it did a breakthrough kind of here at the 550s. It did a breakthrough here at the 570s. And today, it just barely broke through. What I would really like to see tomorrow is this one get some volume and break out through this wick. This wick here is 627. So the $6 breakout is not just what you want to see, at least from my eyes. I would really need it to get through that level, that 627 with that good volume. I would look for a push up there towards that, maybe a pull back after that, and then you can start kind of looking at this one. But it's an interesting stock because it is holding that hourly support. And when stocks want to hold that hourly support for a certain amount of time and it got a pump like it did here, it could definitely get going again. All right, guys, definitely not a bad stock brought up there. Let's go ahead and let's go to another stock. Let's see if we get up there towards 100 likes. Let me see where we're at now. Looks like we're at 91. Can we get there before the end of the show? I'll be wrapping up about 4 minutes, guys. If not, it looks like I'll just have to keep the pick in the pocket to the next show, and that's what it'll be. You know, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Next one up, skills. Let's go into the next one here. Skills. Hey, Skill's not making a bad move. Really, one of the things is this is that tech stock. But one of the things you have now is that cup and handle look. Look how pretty that cup and handle looks now. This is why, you know, I'm not really I can be honest. Sometimes I'm not a fan of stocks, but I can get them wrong because I'm thinking about the stock versus just looking at the chart, because to me that looks like a good cup. You got to push on up. And today you kind of got that handle look. I like that look. It's not a bad look at all. So definitely keep your eyes on this one. Had that really nice like cup and handle, especially when it comes from a nice down pivot. I like that look. We'll see if it can continue through. Tomorrow, we'll see if it gets through this level right here, 21.26. That's what I'd pay attention to. Let it get strong through this kind of resistance here that you see here on the daily. And then it can test back up there towards that 24.88. That's what I'd be making sure and keeping an eye out. No Shake Shack today, bro. No Shake Shack today. Hey, Puff, just kidding. Hey, you guys already know. What's going on? The Shake Shack. You guys like Shake Shack? I'll take a look. I got you. Shake Shack. Look at that rip. We're getting some retail. This is kind of reopening play. Reopening play. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Somebody found a reopening play. I'll get to it. The Shake Shack, man, not a bad looking chart there. And I mean, I'll talk about a different one that I liked, but definitely let's take a look here. Not a bad looking chart, gapping through that level there today. I like it. I like it. One of the things I like to do is when you get these kind of down actions, draw kind of a trend line. Look how it kind of came to it multiple times, trying to push through it, gap up through that 99 level. $100 is going to be vital. If it can hold $100, prime time. I like this stock. Interesting. Might have to write it down here. And you guys don't see me do this often, but might have to write down Shaq. Keep it on watch. Doesn't mean I'll get in, but definitely I'll keep it on watch tomorrow. See if we get a pullback action. And for that being said, I mean, BFI? BurgerFi? Can BurgerFi get ripping? I mean, if Shake Shack's going to get ripping, why can't BurgerFi get ripping? This is BFI. This is a SPAC. This is so I'll kind of see if it can get ripping, but it has made rips before and it has gone down, made a kind of bearish looking pattern, and it can break out of the bearish pattern when you get a down one, up one, and then you get this action. Let's see if we can get through this level tomorrow, get through that 11 with some big volume, and who knows, maybe it just follows the move and an industry move that you're seeing happen in the Shake Shack. Not a bad one bringing it up. No Shake Shacks in Canada. Don't worry, Mikey. If you don't got the Shake Shack, maybe you can invest in the stock. Who knows? Make some money on the burgers and then eventually fly yourself to get a burger, my friend. I won't blame it. BBQ Hearst bringing up an old-time favorite. Guys, I don't know what goes on with this stock. I don't even can someone please bring some sense to me and helping me understand the BBQ? I can't understand it. I can't understand this stock, man. I don't even know why it's moving up. It's been ripping though. Look at this thing. This thing holds trends too. It blows my mind, guys. It blows my mind. It hurts. I know that some people have been trading this one, making some money, but as you guys see, I try to be transparent, and there's some stocks that I just don't understand. This is one of those. I just don't understand. Thank you, Layla. That's what it's all about. I hope you guys have a great evening with me. That's what it's really about. If you guys aren't having fun, I mean, then why are we doing this? Alibaba, we already talked about it. I think it'll keep going. We'll keep a watch. I got in JD. Don't forget it. We'll see if it keeps moving. The barbecue tendies. They got the fire tendies. Man, I'm going to have to go check it out. The barbecue. When I first saw this, tell me barbecue holdings doesn't make you think that they make barbecues. I know there's some crickets there, but I don't think I was crazy by thinking that one. So I'll definitely pay attention. Look, hit the like for the Mitch. The Mitch, you guys already know it. You guys already know it. Having a good time. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Joel got a last one in. I'll take a look here for you. Joe's a loyal viewer. He watches other shows too. So look, I put almost Joel in the chat there for you, in the chart there. All right, Goro. We're talking gold. Ooh, gold not looking good. No bueno, man. No bueno. But one thing that you can tell is that you could use kind of like probably a monthly chart. I mean, you're going to probably see the support right off of it. There you go. Exactly. So one of the things is when you see such a bunch up, one of the things that can happen is you can have what's called an undercut and rally. So when the stock tries to like break down like it did here and then just come right back roaring. So just be careful with that one, because I think this one could break down closer towards these levels, but it's really close towards that $2 level. I think you need to see a trend back up a little closer towards confirmation versus jumping in on a stock like this. I mean, let's take a look here and see what we're seeing. So really this stock had kind of a 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down, and it should have broke out near this level, but really just started looking bad here. Right here is where it started looking bad, guys. It tried 2 days to get through that trend line. It got up there towards 504. It got up there towards 494. Couldn't hold the $5 price point. And then when it couldn't hold the $5 price point, I think this is when you see kind of like those day traders, they just give up on it. And the next thing you know, it's back down to 430s. And it went all the way back down towards 260. So it's now stuck off that support multiple times. It needs to hold that. If it doesn't hold that, I personally, myself, I mean, I'm not trying to give you financial advice, but it's really not my favorite looking stock. And not to look bad, Joel, just more along just to give you the truth. I personally not my favorite. All right, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to wrap up here. Let's see if we got towards that 100. We got 110. I'll sneak one more in here for you guys. So smash the like. One more. One that I got in today that I was going to bring up, but only if we got towards the like. I saw the recent move in 3D. 3D is a stock that I've been bringing up since it first started doing this move up. But man, I didn't expect it to catch the support so quickly. I thought it was going to come closer towards, let's say, 24, 25. And when it caught support and it got that good news, it ripped. And with this being said, I started looking at other 3D stocks. This is how I approach it, guys. I say, hey, this one's already ripping. Probably not going to catch 3D here. It's already gone to the moon. And I'm not going to be mad at it. I want it to continue because that can make the interest continue moving. So let's take a look here. The other one that I wanted to take a look and that I got in today is Desktop Metals. That's DM. And what did we have today? We had a day where it went kind of sideways, actually kind of looking more on a downward path from the pre-market. So I took a chance here at 1309, guys. It's not like I'm too far from the entry right now. It's 1302, down about 7 cents on this one. But I'm going to look to see if this one can get strong tomorrow and get through that 1360 level. That's what I want to see it. I want to get it up to 14, start getting a breakout look right out the open. It shouldn't really be hanging out down here. It should take off if it's going to take off with the industry. So one of the things that I'd point out, and you guys know how I like my hourly charts, is that you kind of see this trend that it's kind of gone in and it pulled back. But one thing that it did was hold the hourly support. And that's what I really wanted to see. Once I saw that, I jumped in and I got in there. And now I'm going to be looking to see if I can get that breakout. And that's in DM. And you guys see how I'm trying to bring you this stock in the red. I'm not trying to bring you the green, you know, and then try to pick on it. No, I'm going to bring it to you guys in the red. It works or it doesn't. I'm going to bring it to you guys. And that's what it's about here, learning about the process and me being transparent about it. Let's go ahead. And the last one I'd bring in there is NNDM, Nano Dimension. And I might have to actually put this in there because it's going to be a little bit confusing. I know that. NNDM here. Check this one out, guys, because this one also looking like it wants a push. There's another 3D stock. And look at the last 2 days, a good push up through that resistance and now pulling back right towards that. That's what you like to see, guys. So you draw towards the left, not towards the right. Draw where you think the resistance was here, not here. And so you're like, okay, so right here. All right. Boom. And then look to the right and then watch. Boom. It went right back to it. It's about 835 here. This actually had a close at 834. So maybe I'm 1 cent off. And the low here was what? 833 on today. This is what it's all about, guys. If you really start using technical analysis, mixing a little bit of social aspect, mixing the fundamentals, doing the 3 variable approach, that's what my process is really all about. And that's why I like that pullback today in NNDM. That's going to be it, guys. That's the last little sector that I'll pull out. 3D stocks, definitely keep them on radar. We talked about retail stocks yesterday. They're still moving. They're just slow moving. And one of the biggest ones that I gave out on Monday, AEO, that one's continuing to move on up. They're just slower. And so that's why I didn't really bring them up here. But like always, guys, I'm going to continue doing this every single day. Tomorrow is actually Friday. So Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, I do a show at 4 p.m. Eastern. The reason I do it at 4 p.m. is so that we can get it right after the market. If there's movers, we can look at it. If we got earnings, we can take a look at it, that kind of thing. Now, on Friday, we do a happy hour. This is when we kick back, guys. Come and kick back with me tomorrow, guys, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on Benzinga. Definitely subscribe. Hit the like button, guys. This is what it's all about. Benzinga, we're a community. Tomorrow, we're going to do a sub only. So definitely hit the sub button. It's going to be sub only chat. So if you guys want to be chatting with us, get up in there. We're going to go ahead and do some fun story stocks. What we do on Friday is the happy hour goes about the stories of the week. I got some cool stories on Tesla. We're going to be talking about the moves that we saw in 3D. We'll be talking about Kathy, if she's back. We got a whole bunch of fun topics that we'll be talking about. Definitely stay tuned, guys. Money Mitch is here for you guys. The bull market is here to stay. And if there's an opportunity out there, Money Mitch is here to help you guys find it.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now, we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.